Hey, what's going on, guys? Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. So today I'm going to try my hand at making some homemade pastrami. I picked up about a 4.5 to 5 pound brisket flat this afternoon, and what we're going to do is I'm going to throw it in a brine. We're going to brine that brisket flat for about 6 to 7 days. Then after that, we're going to throw some smoke on it, and I'm hoping it's going to turn out delicious. So I'm going to show you my method. So the first thing our brine starts off with is 1 gallon of water. Now, obviously you can see that there's not a gallon of water in this pot because we don't want to heat up that whole gallon of water to dissolve our ingredients in here. So what I've done is there's 16 cups of water in 1 gallon. So what I've taken is 4 cups of water out of my gallon. So the first ingredient that's going to be going in here is 1 cup of brown sugar. Now I'll be leaving the ingredient list in the description so you can go and follow along with that. Also going in 1 cup of regular white sugar, 3/4 cup of kosher salt. Now you guys remember, if you follow my channel, you'll know that I've made Canadian bacon before, and this is a similar brine to what we did there. I'll leave a link somewhere up here for that video if you want to go check it out. It's really good. Okay, next going in is 1 tablespoon of pink curing salt, also known as Instacure #1 or Prague powder. 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of red pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns. Alright, and now I'll put all my other ingredients in here. We have a small stick of cinnamon, and we're just going to break that up, throw that in there. 2 bay leaves here. We'll just crack those, throw those in there. So what I have in here is I have some allspice, I have some juniper berries, coriander seed, and brown mustard seed. We're going to throw all of those in. Alright, we are going to cut our heat on here, and we're going to start to dissolve our sugars, and once that gets done, then we'll let this brine, add it to our gallon of water and let it cool. So we're all dissolved up here. We're about ready to let this cool, just cut it off. So I'm going to go ahead and add some freshly sliced ginger in there, and that is about an inch piece of sliced. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to pour this off into our other 12 cups of water, and then we're going to stick it in the refrigerator and let it cool. All right, I figured I'd show you that too. So here goes in our 12 cups of water here. And let's dump in our mix. All right, off to the refrigerator we go. So we've let that sit in our refrigerator for about an hour. So we're just gonna go and add this brisket now. And I'm gonna put like a plate on it, something to weight it down so it doesn't float. Let's see. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna put 2 on there. All right, now what I'm gonna do is put the lid on this, stick it in our refrigerator, and we'll come out, I don't know, I'm going to try to pull it maybe around 5 to 7 days. We'll see, something like that. I don't know. I'll let you know how long I do it for. Alrighty guys, it has been 9 days. We went ahead and went an extra couple of days. I had pulled it out on day 7, looked at it, and thought I could use a little bit longer. So 9 days total. We've just pulled it out of the brine. I've rinsed it off, and we're about ready to put our seasoning on. So let me just move this out of the way. Alright, so our smoker is out there. Our Weber Smoky Mountain is coming up to temp. So what we're about ready to do now is go ahead and put on our rub here. And I'm going to leave the ingredient list in the description. But basically it's some black pepper, and I used a grinder like this that still has something in it, which is our coriander. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that out. Add it to our spices here. So I'm going to tell you what's in it. Okay, it's got some coarsely ground black pepper. It's got coriander, it's got mustard seed, it's got a little brown sugar in there, and some ground ginger. Again, I will leave the ingredient list in the description. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give this a mix. And before we put that down, we're gonna put on some binder. This is just a Cuban style mustard. So we'll put the binder on, then we'll go on with our spice. All right, so let's go over with a little bit of this. Don't have to do a lot. It's a little bit tacky already or wet. I did dry it off and rinse it really good, but it's still a little wet. So we're just gonna put a light coat of mustard on there. Now you're not going to taste the mustard or anything, so don't worry about that. We just want something for our rub to stick to. All right, we're just gonna go over with our rub. And we're gonna just do both sides. And I'm not gonna bore you with that, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. You can be pretty generous with this. This is why I like using this carboy. Not carboy, I'm thinking wine. This is, I guess, I would call it a bus boy, but it's not. It's a bus tote, I guess. But you can go back and kind of press your stuff in there with your, so you're not wasting it. It's not going all over the counter and whatnot. All right, so we're all seasoned up. We'll see you at the pit. All right, our pit is up to temp. We're gonna be smoking this. We're gonna try to keep it at around 250 degrees this whole cook if we can. This is my first time using the Weber Smoky Mountain. I bought this sucker for 125 bucks. It's got quite a few leaks, so it might be challenging. I'm gonna go ahead and probe it as well. Yeah, we got leaks around the door, so I've ordered a new thermometer and a couple other things for it. Gaskets. All right, we'll try to keep this going here pretty quick. This is the older Weber kettle, so it doesn't have the probes that stick in here, so I bought one of those as well. Because this is a little precarious here. All right, so I'm going to be using a piece of acacia wood to throw on here. Whew. All right, I'm not even gonna check this for about 2 hours. All right, I just wanted to show this. 251, we're fluctuating between, I don't know, 248, 251. But look, this is why it's important to have one on grate level. I don't know if you can see that, but that's reading 225 the thermometer there. So you can see there's a 25-degree difference roughly between that thermometer and a grate level. So, all right, so it's been 2 hours. We're about ready to take a peek at this. I hadn't looked at it at all. I did want to mention that I have the fat side down on this. I may keep it like that the whole time. I'm not real sure. We'll just see how that goes. I also want to know I got my top vent all the way open. I have 2 vents on the Weber Smoky Mountain completely closed and 1 fully opened. So let's take a peek. She's looking good. All right, I'm gonna just keep letting it go. We're at, I think we're at around 150-ish internal temp. I took the temp probes out, but so again, the internal temp of the pastrami is around 150-ish, I think, is what it showed a while ago. And then grate level, remember, we're at 250 grate level. Okay, so we have reached, we're still at an internal temperature of 157 degrees internal temperature of the pastrami. It's been exactly 4 hours and 5 minutes. We're gonna go, what I've done is I've preheated my oven to 300 degrees. Now you certainly don't have to put this into your oven to finish it off if you don't want to. I'm saving on charcoal if I do it this way. So I've removed my probes. So now what we're going to do is remove our pastrami. It's got a nice bark on it. Ooh, whoa, move that for me. All right. I've got 2 layers of foil here. All right, so what I'm going to do I'm going to wrap this up really tight. Tight as you can. You don't want to leave any air in there. Okay? Now, I'm going to stick this in our oven. Go ahead and insert this probe. About halfway in there, I'm guessing. Let's see. Let's go about right there. Alright, I'm going to stick this in my oven. Now, what I'm looking for is an internal temp now of probably around, I don't know, 200 degrees, somewhere thereabouts. When it gets to about 200 or just under 200, then I'm going to start probing with this just to see for tenderness. 200 degrees is a good estimate, I guess, but that doesn't mean it's actually going to be done then or where we want it to be. We'll just see. But 200 is when I'm going to start testing it. All right, we're going to go put it in our oven. All right, we got about, I probed it earlier a couple of times, and we're getting ready to probe it again. So let's just see what we got here. We're upwards of 200. About 206 right there. Let's go in this. Let's go in. This is that bigger end. I'm getting, it looks good. 207, 208. I mean, it's going in, and you don't want to fall apart, but yeah, we're good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it. All right, so obviously we're just going to let it vent. I'm not closing it up all the way. And I'm going to let it sit this way for about an hour, so we'll get back with you then. All right, it's been an hour. We're going to move this over here. Boom. All right, so let's cut into this joka. I'm not real sure which way the grain's running, so I'm hoping that this is going to be right. So let's try it. Ooh, that looks good. Looks like I made the right choice. Wow, look at that. All right, let's give it a go. Wow, the crust on it is nice. Oh my God, that's good.
Will you ever buy pastrami again?
No. Oh my God. That's incredible. All right, so my plan, I think, is I'm going to put this on my meat slicer and slice this really, really thin. This is going to be a lot of pastrami. So I may have to call some buddies and give them some, or freeze it. I think it might freeze well. But I would say this. Don't ever buy pastrami at a deli again. Make it yourself. All right, guys? Homemade pastrami? Do